Samsung didn't just launch its new foldables. They may have just triggered the next big shift in the Galaxy S series. Because behind the scenes, something wild is happening. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is getting 4 major upgrades, but here's the twist. Some of them might feel like a downgrade, and yet Samsung is doing it anyway. Why? That's the part no one's talking about yet. Welcome back, viewers. James here. If you're into breaking tech news, wild leaks, and deep dives that go beyond the headlines, like share and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a thing. All right, let's dive into it. Leaks are dropping fast, and they just confirm Samsung's codenames and strategy. The S26 is internally called Next Paradigm, big name, bold claim. But it might actually live up to it because for the first time ever, Samsung is killing off the Plus model. Yeah, you heard that right. The Galaxy S26 Plus is out, replacing it, a new device called the S26 Edge. And this isn't just a rename, this is a total shift in how Samsung is thinking about its lineup. According to one leak, the Edge will slot in between the base and Ultra, not just in size, but in vibe. It's thinner, sharper, and feels more premium than the Plus ever did. The base S26 sits at 6.3 inches, the Edge stretches to 6.7, and the Ultra, a beastly 6.9 inches. And yes, no trace of the Plus model anywhere. That's a huge change. The Plus has been around since the S20, and now poof, gone. But it kind of makes sense, right? The base and Plus were practically twins. Same chip, same cameras, just stretched out. The Edge gives Samsung a chance to rethink the middle child, and it might be the smartest move they've made in years. Speaking of smart moves, let's talk cameras. The S26 Ultra is still rocking the 200MP main sensor, but this time, it's brand new. The 5x telephoto stays at 50MP, but the 3x lens is getting a small boost from 10p to 20p. Not huge on paper, but when you combine that with smarter processing and upgraded optics, it could actually matter. And the ultra-wide. Rumors say it's finally getting the same 50MP sensor we saw in the S25 Ultra, which honestly was overdue. But here's where it gets interesting, the Edge model, not the Ultra. The S105 Edge already had a 200MP main camera, but the ultra-wide was a weak 20p. Now, Samsung's swapping that out for a 50MP sensor too. That's the kind of upgrade that actually changes how your shots look. Design-wise, Samsung is chasing slimness. Big time, we saw the signs with the Fold 7, and it's continuing with the S26 lineup. The Ultra could come in under AIM-BM, the base model, possibly under 7. That's crazy thin for a flagship. But here's the trade-off. Thinner phones usually mean two things: bigger camera bumps and smaller batteries. Except Samsung may have cracked part of that puzzle. Instead of using traditional plastic films in their camera lenses, they're now using an inkjet printed sensor structure. Sounds boring until you realize this tech means thinner camera bumps and better image clarity. It's one of those quiet innovations that could completely change how their phones feel in hand. Now, battery life. This part might sting. Even with all these improvements, the S26 Ultra is sticking with the same 5,000 mAh battery, no bump, no surprise. But it's not just about Samsung being conservative, there's a deeper reason. In the US, 400 mAh or 20 watt-hours triggers a bunch of extra safety rules. More costs, more regulations, less incentive. But here's a twist most people missed. That rule only applies to individual cells, not total capacity. So in theory, Samsung could go bigger using multiple smaller batteries, just like OnePlus is doing. But will they? Probably not, at least not yet. Samsung's playing it safe for now, leaning on software optimization instead of chasing bigger numbers. However, there's one battery-related win: charging speed. The S26 Ultra is finally ditching 45W charging and going up to 6V. Now, sure, other brands are already pushing 100W or more, but for Samsung, this is a real upgrade, and it could mean 0 to 50% in under 30 minutes, maybe less. Now let's talk displays, because this part could be the real showstopper. The S26 Ultra is rumored to debut a new screen tech called QOL, weird name, big deal. COL stands for color filter on encapsulation. What it means is fewer layers between you and the light. Literally, the color filter is integrated directly into the OLED layer, making the screen brighter, sharper, and more power efficient. Think about what that means in real life. Better outdoor visibility, longer battery life, and color accuracy that might finally beat the iPhone. And Samsung isn't stopping there. They're also experimenting with something called depolarizer tech. It reduces internal reflections in the display, which means clearer visuals, richer blacks, and less glare from any angle. So yeah, between the redesigned lineup, upgraded cameras, faster charging, and next-gen display tech, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be something special. But it's not perfect. The lack of battery improvements might be a letdown, and Samsung's hesitation to take bold risks could hurt them long-term. Still, the pieces they are upgrading, they're meaningful. And they're aimed directly at Apple's next big move. So the real question is, will it be enough to shake up 2025, or will this be another almost but not quite kind of year for Samsung? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this one's going to spark some debate. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a like, share it with your fellow tech heads, and subscribe for more updates like this every week. James here, catch you in the next one.